Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Besides the Point.
What up, y'alls?
My name is Christian.
I am Jules.
And this is... we need to work on that.
Yeah.
We need to work on saying our
The
names.
Billy brothers.
The Billy brothers?
The brothers of Abili.
Okay.
Our last name is actually pronounced Abilie
Abilie.
in Philippines.
No, but that's actually kind of Spanish, right? Because the two
Yes,
L's
the
make
two
a
L's, the two le.
Abilie.
Le.
But I just say a bill because it's like...
It's easy, right?
It's easy.
What did you do in your graduation? You know how you hand...
I just say a bill.
Okay, when you hand the paper, right? And then they're like, you have to pronounce your name.
Okay.
I think I said Abili.
No, you said Abilie.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought that was weird. Because I was like, wow, I would never do that. Because like, if you say like Abilie, like there's just like so many things that can go wrong.
I know.
And a lot.
But I just trusted in the person that's going to read
Do you
my
know
name.
what's funny though?
Mm.
So me and my brother, we went to school in San Diego for elementary, and there's a famous field trip to the Star of India.
Yes. Oh, fuck.
Which is a boat.
Yeah.
It's a pirate ship,
Yes.
and you get to stay overnight, right?
Yeah, you spend the night there.
Spend the night there, and I remember the captain of the ship was doing roll call, and like I don't know exactly what he said. But he's like, he called our last name, and he was like, Abalone, right? And then so I told my coworker the same story, right? and this whole time I was like, wow, this guy royally fucked up my last name.
You added more letters.
Yeah, but I told my coworker this exact same story, and she was like, abalone's a fish. He was making a joke.
Oh.
I was like, wow.
Whoa, mind blown.
Right? I was like, this whole time.
Yeah.
I would tell this, because people would ask me, oh, do people mess up your... And I would tell this exact story of like, oh yeah, this captain on the ship called me abalone.
Wow.
But then my coworker was like, no, that's a fish.
Wow.
That blew my fucking mind.
That's crazy. And you just found out, what, recently?
Like last year.
Last year.
Is that crazy? Yeah. That's crazy.
I was this days old when I realized the joke that he made. Is that the...
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I was this days old?
Do you want to hear a funny story about Star of India?
I have a story too. Go ahead. I'll do it after you.
So, me and my brother, like, we were like good kids. We were good kids. And, we were really responsible for a lot of things because we didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
especially in school.
in the Star of India, right? You had to bring your own spoon, fork, and bowl.
Oh, yeah,
Do you remember that, right?
Yes.
And then you would wash it, and then in the morning you'd have to go get the bowl and then bring it back with you, right?
Okay.
Because you had to let it dry in the fucking on the boat.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know where, I don't know what happened, but I found my bowl and I found the spoon, but I couldn't find the fork. I was like, in my head, I was like, who the fuck took my fork? So then, being the good kid that I am, I was freaking out. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't want mom and pop to like get mad at me because I lost their fork.
Yes.
So then I was like, shit. So then I remember we were leaving the boat, right? And I was like, you know what? I'll just like be honest with them.
Yeah.
And then my teacher was like, hey, is there anybody, are you guys sure you guys want to look again? And then
for your fork?
No, just for in general.
General. Okay.
If anybody left, like we're leaving the Star of India.
It was a search party for your fork.
No. If we're leaving the Star of India, like we're leaving, we're not coming back. So you guys better make sure you guys everything. Right. So then I was like, can I look again? So I looked, and I noticed that somebody left their bowl and their fork, and so I was like, who the fuck left this? So then I was like, I'm gonna take their fork. So I took their fork, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
And then I go home.
already know where this is going.
And then mom, because mom,
Yeah.
like mom took out my bowl and my fork and that spoon, and then she like looked at the fork. She was like, "Whose fork is this?"
Yeah.
And then I think I told her. I don't know. I'm gonna ask her after this, but I told her I was like, "Oh yeah, I thought you guys were gonna get mad at me because I left the fork."
Well, at that time, though, did you not realize like it's a different fork? So wouldn't mom and pop notice with all the other forks in the house that it's different?
Yes, but my mind was like, I'd rather have a fork
Right.
than not a fork.
Right. I understand where your mind
it's
went.
funny because when
Yes.
mom looked at the fork, like she immediately recognized that this was not a fork.
Yeah.
Do you remember the fork? Right? It had like the three
Yeah.
lines that go like
I
on
think
the
so.
fork or something like
It
that.
had ridges.
Yeah, it had like those three lines that, that were the ridges.
Yes.
It was
I
that
remember
fork.
I have a question. Where did you guys leave the bowl and the spoon and fork?
Okay,
Like
so
on the side of the boat.
So you know how the boat is docked, right?
Yeah.
So this side,
Yeah.
you get down from the little fucking bridge or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So the where our bowl and dishes were drying was on the other side of that.
I see. Okay.
On like some fucking like these like bags
Okay.
that they were just left out to dry basically.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember we brought it because we were gonna eat rat soup. That was that was the name of the soup.
You were bigging that up, the fucking
Rats. First of all, I'm a kid, right? So this is elementary school. When I heard rat soup, I thought like we were gonna eat rats. Yeah, there would be like rat chunks.
That's what they told you though.
Yeah,
on the boat.
Yeah,
like the fucking
they fucking played me.
The chef or whatever.
Yeah,
was like, I got some rats.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah.
How you gonna joke with like 9-year-olds?
But then I think it was like chicken noodle soup or something like that.
Yeah, it was. There's potatoes in there.
Yeah, or some shit like that.
But they arranged us to wear like in groups, right?
Yeah, in
so
groups.
the one group was the galley. That's like the kitchen.
Oh,
another,
yeah.
Another group was like the watch party.
Yeah.
Or something. And then the other group is like cleaning or something.
What did you do?
I think I was cleaning.
Okay.
But my story is, first of all, when you go on this field trip, you have to, like they say you're stepping into their world. Like you're stepping back into time.
Right.
Right? So the captain was very like captainy, and like I would assume that's how captains were at that time. So he was very strict with like everyone on board. You know, first of all, we're 9 years old. Why are you going to be strict to us?
Okay.
Like, but I got in trouble because I always put my hands in my pockets.
Okay.
And I guess in that time, I don't fucking know, even this time, I guess sailors aren't supposed to put their hands in their pockets. And I kept doing it. And he kept yelling at me. I'm not going to tell you another time. Take your hands out of your pockets, right? And this is our 5th grade teacher. And in her class, I'm a very nice kid. I'm a very, like, I obey. You know what I mean? So the fact that when he yelled at me, I automatically looked at my teacher and, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, does she think different of me now? Because, like, I'm doing bad stuff on the ship because I kept putting my hands in my pockets. But I remember it also, too, do you remember where they like? Did they have to have one kid like go up on that pole to clean? Did they show you that?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
And I could have sworn whoever was going up there had to be blindfolded.
Okay.
Or like they had to have a handkerchief on their face.
I don't remember that.
But they had to get pulled up by rope to clean the pole. I don't know what that pole is, but yeah, like they asked for a volunteer, and I was like, oh hell no. I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
Because my classmate went hella high up.
Yeah.
To clean, and she couldn't see.
Okay.
So I was like, nah, hell no. But yeah, the story I was talking about was the hands in my pocket, because like I guess at that time you're not supposed to be doing that.
Okay.
Putting your hands in your pockets. There was another story where one of my classmates, because we slept, you know, like you said, we slept overnight, and when we woke up in the morning. He was like all frazzled, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong, man? And he was like, Jules, have you seen my glasses?
Oh no.
Because he wore glasses.
Yeah.
And I was, first of all, I didn't even help him, like try to find his glasses, but I just kind of looked around my area. I was like, oh no, I don't see it. So he was just like all in panic mode.
Yeah.
Because he needs glasses to see.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we ended up leaving, and he didn't have his glasses.
He didn't have his glasses.
He didn't have his glasses. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. No one could find it.
Oh, so they all looked?
And yeah. All my classmates looked.
It's probably like in his sleeping bag or some shit.
Hopefully when he got home, it was in there.
But when you saw him, did he have glasses again?
I don't know, actually. Probably. He needs glasses.
Okay.
Yeah. But is that a thing? Like, do you lose stuff on that ship?
I don't know. But okay.
What if it's haunted?
Okay, let me tell you a story though. So when we like going back to the job, because you had to have a job on the ship.
The groups.
Yeah. And like I didn't really understand my job because like I remember like we had to have shifts.
Yes.
At night.
Yes.
You remember that shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And I remember like I was like the second shift. So it was like maybe like midnight or like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't that late. Maybe it was just like
it did feel late though.
It felt late.
Because we went to bed early as kids.
Yeah, it felt late.
Yeah.
Right. So I remember my job was like, you had to go like on deck basically, and then you just had to write like what was happening, like you like just observation.
Oh, so you're probably the watch party.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
it was like the watch. Yeah.
Nothing happened. I was like on the deck for like an hour, and I was just writing, like nothing happened. And I remember the captain the next morning. He read our observations.
Oh fuck!
Well, I mean, I didn't. I mean, my mind was just like, oh, like it was dark and like the boat was rocking back and forth. Like that's all I wrote.
Are you supposed to like look out into the sea though, or the ocean, and observe that way?
I mean, again, this was like in the 4th grade, so I don't remember. Yeah. But I just remember like I had to go like on deck and then just like record what was happening. Yeah. And nothing happened. It was fucking dark. Yeah. I think with that now, I'm like, man, I wonder if they still do that, Sarvinia.
Probably.
Like field trips?
Yeah. That was actually pretty cool.
That was pretty dope.
I was very excited to sleep over because
that was one of the most like memorable like field another field trip. Did you there was like a field trip where like all like a lot of the San Diego schools went to, and it was like this Native American thing that
I think so.
Do you remember that?
I kind of do.
And the groups that you were in, and you had to go. I think it was Balboa Park.
We went to Balboa Park.
Yeah, but it was with like other schools though.
Yes.
And then
I remember.
And then the other groups were like literally kids from other schools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I think so. Because I remember being in a group and I didn't know anyone. Right?
Yeah, I was in a group, right? Yeah. I forgot what this field trip is called. But I was in a group and there was no kids from Valencia Park.
You didn't know anyone.
I didn't know. But back then, like when I was like in elementary school, I was pretty outgoing.
Yeah.
And I was like I became like really great friends with like these 2 kids. And I remember thinking,
oh
like,
my gosh, yeah.
You remember that, right? Like, do you remember that?
Well, I remember my experience, but you're bringing me back to that field trip.
Like it was like 5 days.
Yeah.
Like you had to go to like, I forgot where it was. I'm thinking about Balboa Park.
I think it's Balboa Park.
It might have been something different, but you go there and you had to have lunch. I remember the mom and pop packed lunch for us. Yeah. Or for me. Mm-hmm. And I remember everybody thought it was cool because I had the blue juice. The blue Kool-Aid.
Was it Kool-Aid Jammer?
Yeah, it was the Kool-Aid Jammers. I had the blue one. Yeah. And everybody thought that was dope. Yeah. And but yeah, I remember I remember very vividly that I got really close with like some of the kids there. Mm-hmm. And I hope they're doing well.
Yeah. No, I remember I remember making friends there too. Yeah. And I was actually kind of sad that
we're leaving.
I'm
right?
like, I'm never gonna see these kids again.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were eating lunch. But the thing is, I don't know if they made or mom and pop made lunch for me because I remember eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I remember like the last day. It was the last day you got your like Indian name.
Yes.
Or your Native American name. And then after that, you just left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I fucking forgot like what the fuck the point with that.
Yeah.
It was probably like the Native American stuff, but like
Yeah.
I vividly remember like my field trips from San Diego because like
That's crazy that you remember that. I didn't.
I remember the kids' faces too. Like
wow, really?
yeah, I remember like this white kid.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, man, this white kid's like, he looks like such an asshole because he was like white and he had like just like the 90s like you know like that kind of
was he like
this
blonde
kind of hair blonde.
Okay.
And I was like, man, he looks like a freaking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But I became like really
friends.
really great friends with him.
Wow.
By the end of the field trip.
Yeah, dude. I think I remember telling you. I was like, yo,
yeah,
I remember that.
You told me.
I was like, yo, this field trip is hella cool.
You told me because you're like, dude, they give you nicknames at the end.
Yeah.
I forgot what they gave me, but
yeah.
yeah,
you did get a
You
nickname.
told me you're like, dude, they give you nicknames at the end.
Yeah.
And like it's hella sick.
Yeah, you forgot yours?
I forgot mine.
I think I was like a bird or something, like hawk. Some hawk.
I think I was like blue, like shaman or some shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, I think I had an animal. But yeah, I remember telling you, yo, this field trip is hella cool. You're gonna meet a lot of friends.
This was fifth. I think this was fifth grade.
Was it fifth grade?
I don't know.
It could be. Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that, right?
Is that the trip too that we? Do you remember holding a snake? Or was that?
I think that's what it. Actually, I don't know.
Because I remember sitting in a circle with kids I didn't know.
The snake that you told me this was Balboa Park.
Oh, okay.
Which is in San Diego, by the way. I don't know.
So is this the same trip?
I don't know if it's the same trip, but I remember you distinctly telling me that. Oh, dude, I went to Balboa Park and I touched a snake.
Well, we're kind of forced to. We're sitting in a circle.
I don't think I
We're
did
sitting
that.
in a circle and like they were passing the snake around.
Yeah, I don't think I did that.
Like, what am I gonna say? Oh, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah,
I had to touch it. That shit felt weird. too.
Like
the skin and shit.
Sometimes that's like my Roman Empire. It's like I think about like the field trips I had back in San Diego and like especially that one because that one you got to meet other kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the start I was like, obviously I had my own friends in Valencia Park and then we're like, oh dude, I hope you're in my group.
Yeah. They hella split us up. I was like, I don't know. I think there was one.
No, you know what? I remember two of my friends were in the same group
as you,
and I remember I got jealous because I was like, dang, like that's so lucky. They're so lucky they get to be. Because I remember some kids in my group were from the same school.
Yeah.
But I was the only one from Valencia Park.
Oh, I see. I think that was the same with me too.
Yeah.
Same with me too. I don't know how we got close. Is it because we would go every day, right?
You would go. Yeah, it would be a week. Hopefully somebody that's listening knows what the fuck we're talking about.
But we don't sleep over. We go home.
No, this isn't Starve India. No, it's a whole week.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. And you literally take a bus in the morning.
Yeah.
And you go let's say it is Balboa Park. You go to Balboa Park.
Yeah. And
then there's like an activity and then we eat lunch and then they take us back to Valencia Park.
Yeah.
By the end of the day. And you do that for the whole week.
Yeah. I do remember that.
So
it's just crazy how a week is like you can make lifelong friends. As a kid,
I still think about them. I don't know why. It's
you don't remember their names?
No, I don't. I just remember what they look like back in 2005.
I don't know maybe there was activities that made us close that they were doing because I feel like we had an activity every day.
There was there was like an activity and like I think like you just went around and the teacher was like, oh, this is the oak tree.
Dude, I think it was, first of all, I think it was bubble because I remember seeing grass and like hella trees and we were like set up there and then there was a bungalow.
Bungalows are fucking big in San Diego. They're like absolutely everywhere.
I hated them. They were so fucking hot in there.
They're hot as fuck, yeah.
Hot and like when you walk and shit, you can feel like
if you had a classroom in the bungalows, you were cool.
I thought everyone had a class in the bungalows.
But yeah, I remember I don't know if you remember this, in the last day of that field trip, all the kids was like from like literally everyone would meet at like the park.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the last time I ever saw him.
Yeah, it was like the final celebration.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, man. I would have never thought about reminiscing.
I'm telling you that comes in my mind like sometimes.
Yeah. That was because I remember telling you, yo, this is a trip that you'll never forget.
Looking ass.
What else? Did we go to the? Did you guys go to the zoo? San Diego Zoo?
Yeah, I mean, we went to the zoo, but and like Legoland and shit like that.
Oh yeah, we did go. Wait, did we?
I don't think we went to Disneyland.
Okay.
I don't think I ever.
I went.
Yeah, I don't think I ever went to Disneyland.
I went.
I think because Legoland had just opened, and that was the hottest shit. And I think they're like, and I think it was closer.
Yeah.
I think that's why they took us to, and we went when Mom was pregnant with Joven.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. I have a funny story about Disneyland. We went there, right, and it was just my group of friends, and for some reason I became the leader of like where to go and shit. Okay. You know, like what rides should we do and stuff like that. And I remember being mean to like one of our friends. Like he was kind of our friend, but not really. Okay. He was like kind of like an outsider, but like was trying to like. But we knew him. He was in our class. But I was kind of like standoffish to him. I was like, I don't want him in this group. I don't want him in this group. But he had no one else to go to. He was the one that like he was the one that like knew us the most. Yeah, so he felt like he should have been in our group. But and I was just freaking. I was an asshole, dude. I was an asshole to him, but he came with us. So, but like I was like, I became the leader for some reason. And while we were trying to figure out what rides we're gonna ride, I was like, you know what, guys, let's go on this boat. I don't know if it's still there, but it's like a lagoon boat. Pirates? No, it was a boat, just a boat that like is on the water and it just like goes around. Or it's not even like a ride.
Where was it at?
I don't remember. It was like in a lagoon.
I'm thinking of like the
It was like a boat where there's like a shade. It was very jungle feeling, but it wasn't really a ride. It's kind of just like you chilling. Okay. And you just going on a boat. So I was fucking lame. I was like, you know what, guys? Let's ride on this boat, and we'll ride until we figure out what rides we want to ride. That's smart, though. We had the map. Yeah. But then I feel like as kids, we should just automatically go to a ride. But my freaking thinking ass was like, let's go on this boat and figure out what rides we want to do. Okay. While we're sitting on this lame ass boat.
But shouldn't someone be like, let's ride Space Mountain?
No, they were following me.
Let's ride Indiana Jones.
No, they were following me. And then by the time we got off that boat, that's when our field trip started with like the fun. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know why. I was like, let's come up with a game plan on this lagoon boat. That's not bad. I feel like that was a waste of time.
That probably was a waste.
That was a waste because we had the map.
You could have fit like
we could fit rides. And that was a time where like Disneyland was probably not as what it is today. Yeah. So we could have easily like gotten on a ride. Okay. But yeah, Disneyland. I remember that was like the rides there. Like I was kind of scared, but I was like cool with riding it. Mm-hmm. Like was it Thunder Mountain? That was good. I never wanted to put my hands up on a ride.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy, Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, and my friends wanted to ride the fucking. What's the one where it's like a dip? It's just you go straight and then there's a dip into the water. Is it?
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I don't like water rides. I don't like getting wet.
Yeah, we got fucking wet, bro. And like when we went down, like my dumb ass just started. I've never put my hands up on a ride, and this time I wanted to, and I just remember going down and I lost oxygen in my lungs.
It's all good experiences.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's when I knew I was like, I hate rides that have dips and shit. Fuck that shit, because I can't breathe. Right, my mouth was open.
I got over that actually.
Yeah. Oh, you did.
I put my hands up all the time.
I think it's my body telling me like I can't. That this is some like
the G-force.
The G-force. My body can't handle G-force. You know what I mean? Right. And then SeaWorld. Did you go to SeaWorld?
Yeah, I went. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we went to a lot of field trips.
There's a lot of field trips.
Did we pay for them?
I don't. I think it was like maybe like $20 we had to do, but I think that was for transportation.
For the bus.
For the bus. I don't think we paid for our ticket for.
Yeah, because it was Who the fuck pays for it?
I don't know. I
public school funding?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Dude. San Diego, man.
San Diego, dude, you take hella field trips.
Yeah.
And you take good ones. Not ones that are like, you know. Mm-hmm. They're really good. Back in the day.
You go to amusement parks.
Amusement parks and like museums, like the national museums and shit like that.
Did we go to the museum? We went to this one where it's like a kids museum.
Yeah, it's like one of the science ones where you You put the hand on the ball and then your hair stands up.
Yup. And then there's like the balls that are like floating in the air or some shit.
Yeah.
Because of they're teaching you gravity.
Yeah, I think about sometimes is that like I think that like being from San Diego around that time really influences as like 90s kids. We did a lot of 90s shit there.
That was some yeah.
Wait, so real quick before we go on break, I'm gonna tell you the story that happened to me.
Yeah.
So this house that we're in, it's not haunted. I would know because I have a third eye. Okay. So let me just preface that it's not haunted because this is new. So I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me.
All right.
So I was like laying down on this couch, right? And sometimes I fall asleep on this couch because like I'm tired and I don't want to go back to the bedroom. And I fell asleep. And mind you, when I go to sleep, I take hella shit. I take like sleeping aids. I take ashwagandha. Yeah. I take magnesium.
You gotta relax your mind.
I take hella shit.
Relax your mind before you go to bed.
And I'm on that as well. Okay. So I remember, and I started sleeping in the pitch black. Like there's no night light, there's no TV on.
Do you normally do that?
Sometimes I sleep with the TV on sometimes.
Okay.
But I'm now sleeping with the lights off. Right? And I remember I was sleeping and I was facing, I was facing the cushion.
Your back was turned to the door.
My back was turned to the door, so I was like this, right?
Yeah.
And I can't tell if this was in my dream or in real life. But I just hear, and I don't know if I'm dreaming and like that dream kind of seeped into the real life.
Yeah.
But I just hear, "Hey, Christian," like right here in my ear.
Oh, fuck that.
And I woke up, but I didn't freak out.
Okay.
But I was like, wait, was that like here or was that in my dream?
In your dream, were you laying down?
No, that's I don't remember my dream. I don't remember if I was dreaming and like in my dream someone said, "Hey, Christian."
Okay.
Or if this happened like right here in my ear.
You weren't freaked out.
But it felt like I heard it right here.
Yeah.
Like right here in my right ear.
I came here last night.
I would have fucking heard you.
That's me. I was in your ear.
I would have smelled your vape in the dark. It's like, is that Mango Breeze?
I came in. It's like, hey, shit. And then I dipped.
No, I would. Yeah.
That's crazy. So you didn't feel scared?
A little. Until I realized, like, until I was like, I started questioning myself. I was like, wait, was that a dream or was that like happened?
Yeah.
And so I turned on the TV and then like I slept with like, I don't know, like a YouTube video on. And then
Okay. Did you feel, was there any kind of
Yes. It literally felt
vibration,
like someone whispered like right here.
Okay.
But it was weird because like I know this isn't haunted.
Yeah.
I do believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in like, you know, like they're coming to get you type of thing. You know.
Was it like? Do you think it was hot breath? Because I was gonna ask like if you like touch your ear and smelt it.
No. Okay. That was not an immediate response.
I think I would do that if I felt like
but you're a smelling person.
I am a smelling person.
So.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
But yeah, I don't know. Again,
maybe it was the stuff that you take.
Maybe it was just, I don't know. I don't know, but it legitimately felt like in the pitch black, like, hey, Christian.
Yeah. Because I took ashwagandha once and I feel like I was in a different realm.
Really?
Well, okay. I think I overdosed. So that's probably
Dude, why. I took ashwagandha. I took like a sleeping aid and like shit like that. But yeah. I just want to tell you that because like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully you don't get that again.
Again, like I have a third eye. Like hieroglyphics.
Right.
And so I could feel.
It was Del the fucking Homo sapien.
Life is a blast.
All right, guys. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. What's up, y'all? Just wanted to take this moment to let you know we have a new YouTube page up. Check out Besides the Point podcast on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications for new videos coming out. Again, it's Besides the Point podcast on YouTube. Welcome back to the show. Man, when you told me that story with the field trip with the random kids, I just like...
Did that unlock a piece
like,
of your brain?
I automatically thought of the Vitamin C song.
The fucking graduation song.
On, we remember. Yeah, man. Like I was like,
you ever wonder like what they're doing, like what the kids?
I hope they're successful because they were very nice to me.
Well, no, like not those kids, but kids in Valencia Park.
Yeah, I always wonder.
Right?
Yeah. Sometimes I randomly like come across them. You know, like the suggested.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if like the people that I follow that are from San Diego follow them too, so then they get suggested to me.
You know, I think about like they should do like I wouldn't go to my high school reunion because I see the people that I want to see already, but they should do like an elementary school.
I would definitely go to an elementary school one,
like reunion, right?
I would definitely go to an elementary school.
I probably only remember like 3 people, but
yeah, I'll probably go to a middle school one reunion,
right?
Because I feel like I remember that the most.
Yeah,
but yeah, that'd be cool. Just see where everyone's at. I hope
right?
everyone's
I don't know.
Successful. Yeah, everyone's doing well. Probably most people probably got kids already.
Hey, you know what? If you were in San Diego, 2004, 2005, or in the 2000s, and you went to that field trip, I hope you guys are doing well.
Yep. Was it 2000s? It wasn't like late 90s.
That maybe for you. I know me. It was like
2000s.
2004 or 5.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well.
'Cause I never got to say goodbye.
So sad.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Sorting hat segment. By the way, we need to fill more topics. Put more topics in here. I'm gonna pull. Okay.
More topics.
Car buying.
So I'm assuming this is tips.
Advice.
Advice on
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you could relate because
I just bought a car.
Yeah, you just recently got one. I don't know if we went in depth on talking about it before, but
okay, we can go in depth.
Yeah.
With it right now,
right? Car buying.
So when you first bought a car, right? Did you have anything in mind? Like let's say like I'm talking about like for the Honda, that was the first car that you bought, right?
Yes,
this was your choice.
My first loan that I had to pay for.
That you financed.
Yes.
So before you got that car, was there anything that you were looking for specifically?
Not really. Like, I feel like any car that was because it was technically an upgrade from what I was driving already. Because we had that gold Corolla. So I thought any car,
but you had the Avalon
or Avalon. I had an Avalon.
You had an Avalon.
Yeah, I have Avalon. So any car would have been a step up.
Do you miss that car? My brother had that. What year was it? 2004.
Yeah, something like that. It was a
Toyota Avalon.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny?
That car.
Do you know what's funny though?
Yeah.
Is that I remember I forgot where, like, cause mom and pop, they wanted to do a down payment. You're like, okay, we're gonna help you with the down payment, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember you're like, oh dude, I'm thinking about getting like an Integra. And I was like, that's sick as fuck. Right? Was it an Integra?
It was some car like that.
It was some like rice car.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, dang, that's sick as fuck, dude.
Yeah. That was my dad.
and then mom and pop brought home the Avalon.
I will say,
and then
yeah,
I thought that was sick too because you were like, dude, this shit goes hella fast.
Did I say that?
Yeah. and then I remember you peeled because I remember you know when you go to Taco Bell you had to make a left on Lamb.
Yeah. Yeah. I peeled for that. A gold Avalon. Yeah. When I first got it, I was very happy because it was like,
Avalon.
okay, yeah, I was like, this is like my car now.
I was amazed. I was like, wow.
But like,
you got your own car.
As
That's
I was
pretty crazy.
driving it, I was like, this is like kind of for an older person.
You have a picture of it?
Nah, I don't.
Well, what did you didn't like about that car besides the looks? Obviously,
there was 3 things I can remember specifically. The fucking wheel. That shit was big as fuck. Like it was like literally a Star of India wheel.
A fucking boat.
Like I remember turning, and it took like 5 minutes for me to go all the way.
Okay.
The wheel was
That makes sense, actually.
The wheel was
that
huge.
that makes sense. You know why?
Why?
Because I remember when you bought your Honda Civic.
Yes.
One of the first things that you told me was, "Dude, this fucking wheel is smaller," and I didn't really correlate that with anything.
Because I was comparing now. I was like, wait, this is way smaller than the wheel I had. Right.
What else did you? What else did you didn't like about
The leather seats? Okay, leather seats, right? Leather seats, right? But you know how like there's a divider in between the. You know how there's a divider?
Yeah.
Usually in the because it's the driver's seat and then the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
It was all one seat in the front.
Okay. Yeah.
So
someone
could, so a third person could sit in the middle.
I remember that. I remember that.
Like, yeah, because the leather matched the color of the car. It was like like a tannish. I mean, the car was gold.
Wait, why didn't you like the leather seats?
It just felt like a leather couch. You know what I mean? I was sitting on a leather couch. And that the car was wide.
It was, yeah. I drove it once, and I swear to God, it's like driving a fucking boat, dude. Like it turned super slow.
Yes.
And it was wide as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
The last thing that I hated.
Okay, can I guess the last thing you hated?
Okay, go.
Was it the cup holders?
Yes. It came with the cup holders, right? No matter what drink you put in there, that shit is gonna spill when you break.
Because it was the cup holder where like you like push a button and then it like pops out.
It pops out.
But then it's one of those ones where it's like it's just like fingers, just like like holding a drink, and it's like if you stop, then like, it'll fall out.
And you know the height of a cup holder, it should be kind of like near halfway.
Okay.
So where if the car moves, it won't move.
Sure.
The height was like this much. So if you put a freaking large drink in there, that shit gonna topple over.
I remember that because I think one of the first times you drove it, we went to Taco Bell, and I remember putting the large Baja Blast in the cup holder, and I don't remember it spilling, but I think it looked very sus, and you were like, "Can you just hold it?"
Yes, I would make you hold it
because it looks sus. Like
it was very It
looked very sketchy.
Yeah, I feel like I spilled like 5 or 6 drinks in there the whole time I've had that car. But literally, when I break, the cup would just go forward because there's no grasp, there's no grip.
Yeah,
so that's why. But those are that's the ones I can remember.
Now, did any of these experiences with your Avalon did that kind of like sway you to getting the Honda Civic?
Yeah.
Like were you like, okay, I want something that has a smaller steering wheel, not leather seats, and bigger or cup holders that actually work.
Yeah, and I hit all 3 points with the Civic.
So were you looking at those 3 points when you were looking at the Civic?
I don't know. I just knew whatever car I was gonna get, it was gonna be new because I wanted a new car. Okay. And I think mom and pop wanted me to get a new car too.
The Honda Civic we still have.
Yeah, we still have it. But I wanted like a black car. I wanted a color that was like neutral for me personally, like the black, white, silver. But I think I wanted black the most.
Yeah.
And I liked Civic because it was like sleek. You know.
Yeah, I remember when you bought it. I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking cool ass car.
And it was push to start.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Yeah, you have
the screen blew my mind. That car blew my mind. I was like, whoa, dude, this is sick as fuck.
And the blind spot camera.
I remember thinking, I was like, man, you're so fucking lucky. You have a Honda Civic. This is sick as fuck.
You remember the blind spot when
yeah.
And then the blind spot would show up on the screen.
Yeah,
that shit was.
That was sick. Yeah,
that was sick. I love that.
I remember taking that. I literally took that to Disneyland like 3 years ago, and like I use it all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the fucking where you just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that car. It was good on gas too. That's another thing if you want to, like, if you guys are like trying to save money, like you get a car. Like I know Civic was one of the ones that were gas efficient. So I feel like if you're gonna look for a car and you want to save money, you should get a gas efficient car.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I loved it because I feel like that was I felt like that was my first car,
Yeah.
like first car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was cool. So, but is there things that you were looking for? Because I know you kind of switched as far as like the cars that you've had in the past, like as far as like types.
Well, I mean, the first car that I drove, let's say, was the Corolla.
Yeah.
That was the first car that I drove.
Right, but it wasn't yours.
It wasn't mine.
You just used it.
But I used it to go to UNLV.
Yeah.
And it had a CD player. I didn't pay for gas. And I was like, Christian, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a job. I'm going to school.
Yeah. You had transportation.
I had transportation.
You had a way to get around. Yeah.
I had a car.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I was like, man, but this car is like, I can't take any girls to it because it's a gold Corolla.
What's up with gold, man?
So it's like, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so at times, and dude, I took that car everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I remember like at UNLV, I would take that car to fucking like Taco Bell, like fucking down the street, or like I would take it to Best Buy.
It was
Maryland.
a good car.
It was a good car.
It was a good car.
Like literally, like it was reliable.
Reliable, yeah.
And I remember coming back from Alabama, and NASA, I was making pretty good money for like a fucking like intern.
Yeah,
I was making pretty good money.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came back, the belt broke to the Corolla.
Oh.
So then mom and pop, they had it fixed, and then they ended up selling the Corolla, and they're like, since you're working since I kept my internship kind of past Alabama.
Yeah.
And I took it to like my senior year in college.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you can get a car.
Yeah. Oh God.
And when you're young, okay, and you're making pretty good money when you're young, you're gonna do stupid shit with that money.
Yeah.
And I ended up buying my 370Z, which I loved the Z like cars. When the 350Z, we talked about Need for Speed like a couple episodes ago. The 350Z, that was like, oh man, that was like my fucking like, I wanted that car.
Yeah.
And so
I remember when you first got it, I was like, shit was sick.
I was very like, I don't care like what color. I don't care. I just want a Z. I want a 370Z. I knew what car I wanted. I wanted 370Z. And it's crazy because at that time, 370Z, I bought that shit for like 30,000. And I know if it's right now,
yeah,
that shit would be like over 45,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think about that. And to be honest, like the 370Z was really reliable too. Like it was like the oil change was like pretty good. Like my gas was like $30. This was when everything was cheap, by the way.
Yeah. Not the times now.
So, but there was a lot of things I didn't like about the Z.
Okay.
It had 2 seats.
It was a sports car.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I was like, oh, that's fine because like I'm just gonna drive you around if we go somewhere, or like if I'm taking a girl out, it's just me. Yeah. But like there will be times when I don't have another seat, and that really fucking bothered me.
Yeah,
because I'm the type to like I like driving.
Yeah,
so I'm the type to be like, oh, I'll drive there, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
and it had 1 cup holder.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
So if you're a passenger in my thing, you have to hold your drink. Right?
Yeah.
There's
the one on the side?
The one on the side, yeah.
You can put it there? A drink?
Well, like I mean, like it's not stable.
You can't put a large drink in there on the side door.
It's funny because I think like our advice to you is cup holders. It's very important.
It's very important, yeah.
Yeah, and then that was my first car, I guess.
Yeah.
The first car I financed.
That was, yeah.
And I think if I were to do it, I would absolutely do it again. Let's be very clear. But I think if I'm buying a car at that age, like if I'm a parent and my kid's buying a car, you gotta go three cars here. It is the Corolla, a Civic, and a Camry.
Yes.
And a Prius. Let's add a Prius. Those are the 4 cars.
Are you saying like a starter car?
Starter car.
First purchase car.
Because the thing is, I don't know if like, I didn't really think about any of that shit. I did not think about
a sports car.
I did not think about reliability.
Yeah.
I didn't think about maintenance. I didn't think about gas.
Yeah.
I didn't think about anything. Like I had just tunnel vision of a Z.
Yeah. Another thing too with those cars, I feel like I learned a lot about driving in those cars, or like how to take care of a car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know things now with my car to where like I wouldn't know, or I would know what to do.
Because the thing is, it's your car.
Yeah.
It's not like Pop can be like, oh, I'm gonna, handle, it's like I'm gonna handle it because it's my car.
Yeah. Right.
thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So you'll learn like,
So you have to step up as an adult and be like, okay, no, this is my car.
this is my car. I gotta take care of it.
You gotta take it to oil changes. You gotta learn about all that bullshit.
Yeah. And I feel like that's where I learned, like the driver I am now. That's because I was driving in those cars. So I feel like you get better as a driver.
Yes.
As you're driving those cars. Those,
Was the thing cars. Buying cars? What was the prompt?
It was buying cars. Car buying. Yeah. Like, okay, so like with the Z, was with your next car, were there changes that you wanted to make?
So no.
Okay.
Because I got a GR86. That's my next car, silver one. That was a lot different because the car industry was a lot different. Like I said, because I came from a V6, which is a lot like my fucking Z was a lot faster than this 86. So it felt a lot different. If my GR86 was a lot slower because it's a 4-cylinder, so it wasn't producing much power.
Yeah,
like my Z.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, I was like, I'm paying almost $40,000 for a car that is slower than my last car, is way more expensive to maintain than the Z, because I compare it to my Z, because the Z was like,
that was your first car.
That was my first car, and like it was a great sports car.
Yeah.
Now I'm comparing it to the newer model, which I didn't have rear view camera in my Z. This one did. This had everything. But I just remember thinking, I was like, why the fuck am I paying? And probably there's a lot of people in this position of, I want a sports car. It's like you're paying a lot of money to not go very fast, which that's the point of a sports car, is because you want to go fast. It's not that reliable. The back seats to a GR86 isn't really that usable.
Yeah.
You sat in the back, right?
I sat in the back. Yeah, I was like scrunched up in there.
And I just thought what I was paying and what I was getting didn't equal each other.
But when you had the Z, you were like, okay, this makes sense.
When I had the Z, my car payments were a lot better because it was like my car loan was like what, 30,000, something like that. And the car loan to my 86 was near 40,000. But that's because the industry was a lot different.
Yeah.
But like, so I think I was like, I don't like this car because it was slow. It was slow. So then I was just like, I don't want. This is what I learned as a sports buying person, sports car buying person. I don't want to have a 4-cylinder anymore. I'd rather do the V6, pay a little bit more. But the V6s are over 40,000 now. So I'd rather have something more reliable.
Yeah.
Easy to maintain. I can save money.
Yeah.
So then I bought an HRV.
Yeah. More seats too.
More seats. There's no cup holders in the back. I remember Maria was complaining about that. I was like, my bad, you have to use
what's up with these cup holders, bro? We talking about cup holders.
Cup holders, okay. Cup holders, that's the moral of the story. Make sure there's cup holders.
When you're buying a car, make sure there's reliable cup holders in there.
So getting back to if you're buying a sports car, I would test drive it first. Make sure you like the car, and make sure, again, what you're paying for a sports car is equal to what you value driving a car. Because it's more than just payments. It's more than just monthly payments. You have to pay for gas. You have to pay for maintenance.
But how would you know though if this is like your first car? Say you're like 18 and you're just getting a new car. I mean, like how would
You're gonna learn, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no advice. Like you gotta experience this to know. Like, okay, like I got this car. Now I know with my next car, this is what I'm looking for. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where, because I've been driving small cars for like all my life.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, you know what? I want a bigger car because I want to fit more people. I want to fit more shit.
Yeah.
And I want to feel because when you drive a bigger car, it's more comfortable too.
Yeah. Spacious.
And so I wanted to do something different with my next car.
Yeah.
So that's why I just went with like a compact SUV.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Back to like kind of the car buying process. Do you think you should get a car that fits your lifestyle? Like, like say I'm an 18-year-old and like I don't know, I like to go snowboard or like hiking.
You know what's funny is that I'm on Reddit sometimes, and there's like 18-year-olds that are like, should I get a GR86? I make good money, and they can afford it.
Yeah.
And so should I buy it? What would you tell them?
No.
Exactly. As an 18-year-old, you should be buying a cheap car, a Honda Civic, a used one too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you should be saving that money because, dude, you don't want to put all your money on a car.
Yeah.
You should be saving that money for trips or for other shit. Maybe saving up for a better car.
Yeah.
A down payment for a better car when you're like 25, 26.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like you're wasting money on that car.
So okay, so
my thing is like, you should buy a reliable car.
Yeah.
Save the money for better shit.
Yeah. So as far as like, because I feel like with the car buying advice, it's like more for like first time, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, like just get a reliable car, like good on gas, efficient on gas. You know, just something for you to get around. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like you should necessarily get a car that would fit your lifestyle, because if you're looking for a specific type of car, then you're probably going to be paying more.
And you know what? You know what, guys? Let me tell you the truth. No girl cares about sports cars. I've driven sports cars for like almost like 10 years. I've gotten compliments from guys. Yeah. Maybe like one girl at the drive-thru.
Yeah.
But the rest are guys.
Yeah,
the rest are guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a guy magnet car, okay? You know what girls like? Girls like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And somewhere they could fit their Stanleys in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Not my Avalon.
Not a fucking sports car with one cup holder.
Yeah. Yes.
So if you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get this car because it pulls no, it pulls guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, reliable car, but also I will say, if it's like saves money on your lifestyle too, like
yes.
I mean, I like, okay, so like your car right now, maybe you're responsible for driving your parents or siblings around or friends. You know what I mean? Then look for a car that has a lot of seats. You know what I mean? Or if you're living on your own and you don't really need that many seats, then yeah, get like a 2-seater or something. I feel like sports cars is only 2-seaters, right? Is there like normal cars that have 2 seats?
What?
Is there normal cars that are 2-seaters? Like not a sports car?
No, they're mostly like.
Okay, take back what I said.
Yeah.
But I think also like it should kind of fit your lifestyle, but like not to the point where it's gonna make you broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to be car broke. That's the number one rule.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the car buying process? Like, do you think looking back, can you go into a dealership by yourself?
No. I need mom.
There's some kids that just go in by themselves and just, you know.
I mean,
they don't know what they're doing.
The thing is, though, is like you gotta look at your credit score.
Yeah.
That will determine if you have the balls, if you have the dealership by the balls or not.
Income.
Because if you have an income, because if you have like a really good credit score, like I learned that dealerships they're gonna want to sell you a car.
Yeah. For sure.
And they don't want to let you go.
They're like hawks.
Yeah.
Like I walk into a dealership.
They don't want to let you go.
Like 5 dudes. Like,
and there's always room for negotiation.
Yeah.
If you have good credit score, and salary.
Maybe that should be like 1A of advice is build up a credit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and save money.
Save money
or whatever for the down payment on the car. And I suggest putting a down payment
because that's the thing is like I was putting because that's the thing is like I had money for the 86, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had money for like maintenance and gas and I could have owned that car.
Yeah.
But I was putting so much money to that car that I was struggling to like say like have money for my own thing. Like if I wanted to spend money on the clothes or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh man, I need to get oil change at fucking 2,000 miles.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
tough,
like
man.
like you don't want to feel like your car is like holding you back.
Yeah. So if you're 18-year-old or buying your first car, just
even if you have money, even if you feel like you have money, just get a car that will get a hybrid. Dude. Hybrids, bro. They go like 50 miles per gallon.
Wow. But you gotta charge it. Don't you?
But like the Prius, no, like the Prius, it like uses like kinetic energy or some shit to charge it. Like when you brake, that charges the battery.
What? Is this solar power?
That could be too solar. I
feel like it's solar. There's some solar to it.
I don't know. It's just man. Like dude, if I didn't care about car, I'd get a Prius.
Yeah. Would you get a Tessie?
No.
I would not. It's just I don't know. I've never experienced it, but every time I like walk out of a parking lot, I see like people charging the cars and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to sit there for like 40 minutes charging car. No.
Right, because gas is like
unless they improve that. If charging was like getting gas, like that shit takes like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I've been in a Tessie before. It's weird.
It's nice.
It's nice.
I don't hear the engine. It's nice.
Yeah, it's like I can't explain. But yeah, for right now, I don't think I would get one.
A Tesla?
Yeah. Maybe because I'm used to driving cars.
Yeah.
Cars that have gas.
Yeah,
but
I was thinking about getting one. Like seriously,
before this one.
Oh, like during this process.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
but see the thing I looked into Teslas is like it's only worth it if you have the home charging.
Yeah,
because you can sleep while you sleep it's charging, and also I think like the government gives you incentives.
Yeah,
to
tax stuff.
Yeah, and because
you're helping the environment.
So that's what I read.
Yeah.
So like I think if you're gonna buy a Tesla, like I would only look into like the home charging shit.
Yeah. Is there anything we're missing as far as car buying?
It's probably a lot. We didn't really. We literally talked about cup holders.
We're talking about our old cars
for 30 minutes.
But that's the thing is like whatever first car you're gonna get, like you're gonna learn from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, it's not really like.
You know what I realized? I don't want. Well, like there are a couple things that I like my car.
Yeah.
I think this is like one of the best cars I've ever owned.
I like your car.
But there's a couple things I don't like. You want to know that?
Sure.
There's no airflow in the back.
So if I sit there, I'll be hot. I've never sat in the back before.
Well, I've never sat in the back before either because I'm driving it. But like, there's no like air condition in the back.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Isn't there that button that has like it's like an arrow, it goes like, isn't that it airflows? The arrow, it goes like a U-turn.
Yeah, but
like
like you don't have an air condition facing you.
Okay,
that makes sense. So if you're hot, I'm gonna press that button and it's gonna take like 30 minutes.
Maybe next time I ride in your car, I'll sit in the back.
And also, there's no cup holders in the back.
I know
that blew my mind. But I was like, you know what? Use your hands.
What if like years later, you're like cleaning the car, and then you realize there's some mechanism.
Dude, I've checked. Trust me. I pulled down as much shit. As
sometimes there's the cup holder in the front. You know the little where the divider is, the console.
I mean, that's the thing is like I could get like attachments, but I'm like, it's kind of sketchy.
You gotta get it from Amazon, huh?
Gotta get it from Amazon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like there really isn't. You just, I mean, as far as like save money, gas efficient, get a basic simple car.
I would say watch YouTube videos too.
Yeah.
Well, watch as much YouTube videos. Read reviews a lot.
Yeah, because with the
You know what's funny? I didn't really.
What?
I didn't really watch that much YouTube videos on this one on HRV.
I thought you did.
That was after.
Oh,
I was learning after.
you're trying to find the functions.
I just
after you got
saw.
the car.
I was like, wow, that SUV looks pretty dope, and I was like looking for an SUV,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, yeah, and then I showed Pop, and then he was like, oh, let's get on Saturday, because he hated my '86. So
Yeah. But one last advice is for me is with the Avalon, the Civic, and now, what? The car I have now, the Lexus I have now, was that after the Civic? Right, it was, right?
yeah.
Okay, so with the Avalon, Civic, Lexus, like, it made me appreciate my car now.
Your Lexus.
And I love my Lexus. I love driving.
Yeah.
So the whole experience with the Avalon and Civic, like, it made me like, okay, like, I'm good with how I should maintain the car, take care of the car,
Yeah.
my Lexus, you know what I mean? So whatever car you're gonna learn.
I think too, like going back to like fitting your lifestyle thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you have to understand, like, because I'm a commuter. Like I spend a lot of time in traffic. Like I'm spending like 40 minutes in the morning, maybe 40 minutes, 30 minutes after work every day.
Yeah. So you take that into account.
And so you have to take that into account. How far you're driving.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get a commuter car, the last thing you want is a sports car. Because it's terrible on gas, and you're commuting in the morning. There's nowhere to fucking peel off. It's just, it didn't make sense for me. So like, definitely understand like where you live, how far you drive to work, and where other things are in comparison, like your barbershop or some shit like that. Like if that shit is far, like you need a car that has good range and shit like that. Yeah. You can get fuel economy.
Fuel efficient.
Fuel economy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Besides the Point. Hopefully you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.